Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Gappa, and today we're going to be looking at different types of cells. We're going to be comparing and contrasting a plant and an animal cell. So let's take a look as if we were zooming in under a microscope. Here we have the definition of a cell, and then here we'll see a diagram that, again, is a magnified image, and you get to see all the different parts. Down here where my arrow is, you'll also see what it looks like as if you're looking directly under a microscope. All right, so we'll see these, the thicker wall here for, this is again a plant cell here. Okay, let's take a look. A cell is the basic unit that makes up all living things. Cells are so small that you can see them only with a microscope. They carry out life processes. All cells have parts. Some parts are the same in both plant cells and animal cells. One part that all cells have in common is a membrane, a thin surface that holds the cell together. So I am going to look at the cell membrane right here. If you notice, this is along the outside, before the outside wall here. And this looks like a large piece of skin that holds it together. All right, so let's take a look at some of the words here, our new vocabulary words for cells. So here we have the vacuole. Vacuole is a storage container for food, nutrients, or wastes. Plant cells have a few large vacuoles. Here we have the outside. So it kind of looks like the wall. It kind of looks like bricks, kind of, if you're looking at it in a magnifying glass. This is called the cell wall. Plant cells have rigid walls around them. These walls help give the plant their shape. Boys and girls, this is one major difference between plant and animal cells. Only plant cells have a cell wall. Here we have the chloroplast. The chloroplast is where the plants make food. It contains a green material called chlorophyll. So some of you might have heard about the process of photosynthesis. Again, inside of the chloroplast is where they're making the chlorophyll, their own food. Up here, we have the nucleus. If you notice, it's a different color here, and it's the center of the cell. I kind of think of it as the brain of the cell. All right, and then we have chromosomes. This is the blueprints. It kind of looks like a piece of spaghetti, if you notice it here. Okay. And it, again, it's right, actually, no, I'm sorry. The chromosomes are inside of the nucleus. Wrong arrow here, it'd be this one right here. Okay, then the mitochondria would look like spaghetti here. Again, it looks like it's kind of a wavy material here. And this is the power source where they're releasing energy. And then we have down here, like we talked about in previously, the cell membrane, which is right before the cell wall. And then we have cytoplasm, which is inside of it, which keeps the materials filling and floating around. Now let's take a look at animal cells. Now you'll notice these are the same exact parts of the animal cell that we shared on the previous page. You'll notice that's why they have a line that shoots next to the previous page. Okay, so I'm going to just go through them very quickly again. We have cytoplasm, jelly-like substance to keep it all together. Our cell membrane that holds, kind of keeps it as like a skin. The mitochondria, which is like the power source that looks like spaghetti. The chromosomes, which would be inside of the nucleus, and this nucleus, which is the control center, kind of like we think of like the brain. And the vacuole. All right. So, and then you'll notice they're kind of floating here, and they have the food or wastes. And then I love these close-ups of the cells under a microscope. If you were to have maybe a skin cell of yourself, this is, again, what it would look like up close. Let's go back for a moment. We have one question to answer here on the bottom. So we wanted to know, what parts do plants and animal cells have in common, and what parts do they not have in common? So we discussed them both. So again, here are all the ones that they do have in common, and you need to determine from the previous page which one they do not have in common. So After you answer that question, then you have one more task for today. You're going to watch this brain pop video, and then you're going to have to screenshot your score. You're going to take the review quiz and screenshot it. You must put your score here, right in this box here. All right, have fun.